Hi, in this video today we're going to show you how to quickly read and understand a Medicare Supplement plan chart. These charts are always the first page in all companies' outline of coverage forms. So when we look at a chart, what we're going to see is our benefits are going to always be listed on the left hand side, and then our plan letters are going to be across the top. And then these are going to be your benefits and how they're going to be paid. Now the first thing to keep in mind is every single Medicare supplement plan must offer what is called basic benefits, or some people refer to as core benefits. Now with these basic benefits and core benefits, just say, you will find those always going to be made up in Plan A. So we take a look at Plan A, these areas right here are our core benefits. So what are basic benefits slash core benefits? Well, those include such things as semi-private room and board, general nursing, miscellaneous services and supplies while we're an inpatient in the hospital. It's also for co-insurance or co-payments for hospice care. And then under Part B of Medicare, we have what's called our Medicare approved charges. And this is the amount that the Medicare actually approves of the doctor's charge or the surgeon's charge or even the outpatient facility. Medicare will pay generally 80% of the Medicare approved charges. So let's take a look a little bit better and more in depth at what our core benefits are within these plans. So if we look under Plan A, right here, you will notice these are our core basic benefits. Now, we just talked about what those are, but here's the thing. What if you wanted to sit there and have something more than just core benefits? Well, then you're going to have to get a different plan. So let's say that we want a plan that covers not only our core basic benefits, but also covers the Part A deductible. So we would have to look in this section right here, which is our Part A deductible. To find a plan that covers that, we're going to go straight across and look at here. Our Plan B will actually cover that Part A deductible. Under our Plan A though, guess what? There's no coverage for that. So once again if that is important to you, this is where you need to start looking. Now, what if you wanted the Part B deductible covered? Well, the Part B deductible is sort of a tricky situation right now because if you went on to Medicare prior to January 1st of 2020, you can still get coverage for your Part B deductible. Now, if you went on to Medicare January 1st, 2020 or after, you cannot get a plan that covers the Part B deductible anymore. So, if you were prior to January 1st, 2020, and you wanted your Part B deductible covered, which is going to be in this section right here, we will not have that under our Plan A. We're not going to have that even under our Plan B, but what we can do is we will find that under our Plan C and underneath our Plan F. Now, to take it one step further than that, let's say another thing that you wanted was skilled nursing facility care. Well, skilled nursing facility care would be as if you were in a hospital 3 days before being discharged and had to go to get rehab, then you would go to a skilled nursing facility. Well, with the skilled nursing facility, once again we do not have that as part of our basic core benefits, but we do have it under Plan B. But if you take a look at Plan F here, once again, if you went on to Medicare prior to January 1st, 2020, then you would have coverage for that as well right here. One of the things that we also want to take a look at is Plans K and L right here. This is where Medicare decided that we needed to introduce into the policies a type of cost sharing plan. So if you take a look under K and L on cost sharing, you'll notice there's a little bit of difference that we have to deal with. Underneath Plan K, it's more of a 50-50 type of sharing of the cost. So you're going to have to sit there and pay more out of pocket, but the concept is the price of the plan is less. Same thing with L, but L pays a little bit more. So if you do not want to be exposed to that much of a cost sharing, you could go to Plan L and cover another 25% of it. So if you take a look at 50% here underneath our blood for the first 3 pints, well, Medicare says here that underneath this plan, it's going to cover 75% of that. That's all that means. Now, The other area that you're going to find that differs a little bit on this Medicare Supplement plan chart is going to be underneath Plan N. Now, with Plan N is not really a cost-sharing plan, okay? It is more what we would call a hybrid plan. And a hybrid plan underneath the Plan N is going to basically say to you, hey, when you go visit your doctor, you're going to have a $20 copay for the office visit. Also, if you were to go into the emergency room and not be admitted into the hospital afterwards, then you're going to have a $50 copay. So we've just got finished covering the basics of a Medicare Supplement plan chart. Now, something I want to get into real quickly so that you understand is that this chart did not become even a reality until about 1992. Prior to 1992, we did not have standardization in Medicare Supplement plans. So what I mean by that is that prior to 1992, when you sat down, you would actually sit there and start with a Medicare Supplement plan that covered your core basic benefits, but anything else that you wanted, you purchased as a separate rider. So these plans were not already, quote, made up with all these different benefits. You actually said, hey, you know what? If I want the Part B deductible covered, I had to pay a little bit extra more a month to have that rider attached to my policy. If I wanted excess charge coverage, which is found under plans G and F, then I had to sit there and go ahead and get a rider for that. Now, with that being said, there was a lot of problematic situations in which people thought they were getting certain types of coverage, but they really weren't. So that's the reason why in 1992, Medicare decided, hey, let's go ahead and standardize these plans. So what does standardization mean? Standardization means is these plans are the names of the plans that have to be offered. Now, not every company has to offer every single plan. Don't get me wrong. They do have to offer Plan A, but they can pick and choose after that which of these plans they want to offer. They don't have to offer K and L if they don't want to. They don't have to offer D if they don't want to. Heck, they don't even have to offer Plan F if they don't want to. But those companies must offer Plan A and then offer what other plans they really want to be selling. Now, with that, you would sit there and go, okay, well, my plans are going to be limited. Not really, because the benefits are built in. The problem we hear most from, and complaints mostly from consumers is, hey, I'm not going to use some of these benefits. Well, it's better to have too much than too little. So when we look at these plans here, starting in 1992, what it basically was saying to you is this, as a consumer, that if you went and looked at, say, a company's Plan G with Company A, and then you went and looked at Plan G with Company B, the benefits had to be exactly the same. They could not be different. That's so that now you knew the benefits you were going to be getting with a Plan G was going to be the same across the board. The only difference was going to be, in essence, price. Now, I've been throwing quite a lot at you pretty quickly here because I like my videos to be short and simple. So, to get you back with me, I'm going to do a quick little magic trick for you, okay? You ready? And we have a blank board. Okay, not that it was really magic, but it's just something a little humorous. So, it allows us now to go into a really more in-depth about what's happened here in 2022. So we're at the end of the year 2022. What were the most popular plans being purchased by consumers for Medicare supplements? Well, it happened to be Plan F, Plan G, and Plan N. Those were your three most popular plans sold. Now, keep in mind, the people that purchased Plan F, those were people who were already on Medicare prior to January 1st, 2020. So, with that, let's take a look at real quickly what is the difference really between a Plan G and a Plan F. Well, it's really that Part B deductible. Plan G is not allowed to cover it after January 1st, 2020. That's the only difference that we will see between these two plans. That's the reason why Plan G is still and is becoming the most popular plan out there because of it gives Cadillac coverage. Now, for a lower costing Medicare Supplement plan, and especially for one where you're not going to be sitting there and having what's called excess charges, which we'll get into in another video, you could go with a Plan N, and that will lower your cost and your premium. So hopefully you found this video to be not only simple, but very informative. Please be on the lookout though for our next upcoming video, which we're going to do a very in-depth review between Plan F versus Plan G versus Plan N. If you found this video to be helpful, please be sure to click on the like button and share it with friends and family. Senior Benefit Services is licensed in just about every state, and there is never a charge for our advisors to help you with any of your insurance needs. Enjoy our educational videos here. Visit our website by clicking the link in the description, or to get started today, just give us a call at 800-924-4727.